The man never expected that when the whole class was summoned to another world, he would be the only one thinking about how to escape. Before the summoning spell could activate, Jack climbed straight up onto the ceiling. That way, he wouldn't have to suffer in another world. But what Jack never expected was that even hiding on the ceiling, he was still teleported into the space where the god resided. And to make things worse, even the god looked confused when he saw Jack, because the other students had already chosen their skills and had already departed for the other world. Seeing Jack still standing there in a daze, the god became extremely anxious. He quickly opened the skill panel and told Jack to choose his appearance. But because Jack was the last one to arrive, all the powerful skills and classes had already been taken. Only a few useless-looking trash skills were left. Jack felt a headache coming on when he saw them. The only class left was Villager. The weapon option was the worst possible staff technique. As for normal skills, there were things like health and walking, skills that looked completely useless. Jack couldn't take it anymore. He asked the god if there weren't any practical skills left. With only these, it would be hard just to leave the beginner village. The god was extremely helpless. He didn't want to bother preparing new skills, so he simply gave Jack all the leftover useless skills on the wall. Jack wanted to refuse, but the god immediately sent him to the other world. At first Jack felt completely hopeless. How was he supposed to survive with such trash skills? But the villager outfit on the ground shocked him. Even though it was a class no one would ever choose, the bag that came with it could store unlimited items, and inside it, there were all kinds of strange equipment left by the previous villager. But at this moment Jack had no idea. He only thought they were things others had discarded. Next Jack put on the villager outfit and started checking his status. Normally people who get transported have 50 stat points, but Jack had a skill where his stats had to be decided by rolling dice. This instantly made Jack furious. He couldn't believe the god had really given him all the trash skills. After all, 2 dice could only reach a maximum of 12. Jack had no choice but to roll, but unexpectedly the result was 2 M values. Jack didn't know what that meant, so he added the dice points, all into luck. When the panel popped up, Jack instantly regretted it. It turned out M meant maximum value. He would have been better off putting them into attack or defense. At that moment Jack noticed 2 new skills on the panel, Loner and the ability to control monsters. Jack didn't bother studying them. After all, he had always been an outcast in class anyway. Being the same in another world didn't matter. Then Jack began exploring the forest, and decided to build a large cooking pot. After walking for a while, Jack realized the forest visibility was terrible. If he accidentally ran into monsters it would be bad. Among the skills he received, there seemed to be one called contact lenses. Jack took it out and put it on. It turned out the skill wasn't useless at all. Not only did it push his vision to the limit, it could even automatically appraise what he saw. Jack immediately felt the surroundings were less dangerous. Then he started searching for edible food, as well as some useful herbs. And for survival, water was the most important thing. Jack used the villager outfit to collect a large amount. The last thing was finding a place to live. Jack found a hidden cave. Although the place was spacious, it wasn't very comfortable to live in, but luckily the villager outfit contained a magic tent and other useful magic tools. Soon night arrived. Jack collected some branches, then used the temperature skill he received to light them. Feeling the warmth of the fire, Jack realized that although they were daily life skills, they might not be as useless as he thought. After sleeping for a while, morning of the next day arrived, thanks to the magic lantern, which could repel monsters, and Jack also had a shut-in skill that protected his home. That was why he could sleep peacefully all night. Although the feeling of hunger was still unpleasant, Jack once again pulled out the all-purpose villager outfit. Inside it there was not only a pot, but also quite a bit of leftover meat. Jack stir-fried it together with the stamina mushrooms he picked in the forest, then added some seasoning, and successfully made his very first breakfast in another world. After finishing the meal, Jack apologized to the villager class again. He never expected it to come with so many useful things. Maybe the previous villager had lived here all along, which was why there were so many supplies. After settling his living place, Jack went out again to search for food. Now that he had the appraisal skill it was much easier, but the problem was there were many monsters in the forest. Jack could sense them in advance, but when he checked their stats, his vision nearly went black. They were supposed to be beginner monsters, yet their stats were higher than his. Jack